Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Music Meltdown. It is the Album of the Year series. We are in the 1980s, which we are on 1987 now, which is a pretty good year, if you ask me. Some really solid stuff. Only got 1.5 again, but I really love it a lot. And I'd say I like the 4.5s this year about equally, if not slightly more than the ones from 86. Taavi, how are you feeling about it?
Yeah, love 87. Lots of um I feel like this is the year that had like a bunch of like hair metal and lots of pop and um just a big explosion on 80s. Then there's like the a lot of these albums with the most um centric I don't know 80s sounds like Def Leppard's History is like one of the most 80s albums, I would say, and almost to the almost starting to get ridiculous in some ways.
Absolutely. And I have a feeling I know what your winner is going to be here. So, what are some of the records that you're putting in here, Tom?
Yeah, some honorable mentions. Um, actually listened to this very recently. I just wanted to give you a shout out because you recommended it, but I really enjoyed the Aztec Camera album, Love, which is, I assume, very differently from the first two, or at least the debut, which I know, and has more of a poppier sound. It's sophi sophisti-pop, yeah, synth pop sort of, I don't know, sound. And then others, um, trying to think. I have, yeah, Terrence Trent, the RB album. I thought was really nice. Um, introducing the Heartline according to Terrence Trent, the RB. Um, also, uh, just gonna give. I didn't really write honorable mentions down, but just gonna mention White Snake probably. Really enjoyed the 1987 White Snake album. Just a very cool and oh yeah, I really enjoy also Michael Jackson's Bad from 1987. But yeah, my actual picks. Um, number 5, I have The Cure, Kiss Me, Kiss Me, Kiss Me. Um, double album. Um, cool album too. And um, one of these that I find kind of kind of consistent all the way through, but um, in some ways I just there are some songs that I listen separately, but there's some songs like I'm kind of like even now thinking like what even is that song? But I do enjoy when it's playing on, and I do enjoy the album. Um, my favorite song is maybe One More Time. It's just very moody number. But obviously love Just Like Heaven, The Kiss, Like at IPU. Um, if only tonight we could sleep, but so many others. But yeah, that's The Cure again. Then I have Fate by George Michael. And I was kind of which do I have as number 5 and number 4, but decided to give an edge to George Michael. And yeah, love George solo, at least the first two solo albums, and I do enjoy Wham too. Maybe the singles more than the full albums, to be honest. But yeah, it's many great pop songs here, like Father Figure. One More Try is one of the best ballads, 80s ballads, I would say. Hand to Mouth is cool. Kissing a Fool is ends the album in the sort of kind of a jazzier feel. Um, love his voice. Vocals are just so awesome. And then there's like stuff like kind of like I don't know, like a dance pop numbers like I Want Your Sex and Monkey, and yeah, lots of great songs. Number 3 is The Smiths, Strange Face, Here We Come. Um, the last Smiths album, really great. It's maybe slightly bigger sound to Queen is Dead, and just plenty of awesome songs here. The favorite song is Last Night I Dreamt That Somebody Loved Me, and just the delivery of Morrissey in that song always, it almost gives me chills. And on Happy Birthdays, fun number, but not the lyrics, but the music. And I Won't Share You, Girlfriend in a Coma, Rush and the Push, and The Land Is Ours. So many like awesome Smiths tunes. And, but oh wait. Oh, sorry. I was gonna go to my number 1, but number 2 is next. Sign of the Times by Prince is my number 2. It's definitely a album that I have to be honest, I don't love every song here. I like about most songs here. There's some songs where I was a bit like, I think the song It wasn't my type of deal, but there's lots of cool numbers like the fun Play in the Sunshine. And so many styles are used in this one, and Starfish and Coffee is like this very Prince like pop number, and Slow Love is, well, Slow Love, and You Got the Look with Sheena Easton, if I remember correctly. It's very fun. I Could Never Take the Place of Your Man. The Cross is kind of rocking and slightly psychedelics too. It's Gonna Be a Beautiful Night is a live funk number. And Adore, which is my favorite song, is like this ballad that ends the album. And yeah, it's if you don't um if you don't like Prince, it's not the most easiest to get into. And there's lots of here's his kind of different things here, and he even chases his vocals into sort of like a almost like chipmunk voice. I don't know. And it's very, but yeah, you can still expect some Prince passion and sensual elements. I don't know. But my number 1, I think you know it, The Joshua Tree by U2. I don't know where you're thinking that earlier, but that's my number one. Just I've basically loved this a long time already, and I think it's one of the most consistent track listings for me. While yeah, it starts with the singles, which could be odd thing to do maybe, but I do love the non-singles too, and really I don't know this favorite song, maybe Trip Trio Fires. I'm not sure. Like most of this, I like all of these songs, but um, everybody knows With or Without You, Better Streets Have No Name. Still haven't found what I'm looking for, and I just love Better Streets Have No Name, how it starts the album, and very long intro. It's so anthemic and passionate, and Mothers of the Disappeared is the closer is a kind of sad song that political, and but yeah, I do love this album a lot. Love Bono's vocals and lyrics and all. It's just a very recommended 80s album. Yeah, that's my list.
Yep, I thought Faith had that sealed up, given how you've been talking about George Michael. So that was my prediction from early on there. So wasn't quite thinking about the U2 thing. That's a mistake on my end, but here we go. 97, pretty good year, just a missing out for me. Sign of the Times by Prince, probably my favorite Prince record. A Document by REM, just missing for me. And if you'd include it, Louder Than Bombs, also just missing for me. If you wouldn't, it is what it is, just the two. But if you do include it, it just misses. In my top five, though, I have You're Living All Over Me by Dinosaur Jr. Another example of just killer guitar tones. Jay Mascis, just a monster. So many just great songs on here, too. Vocally, I think that he's exceptional. The drum work is great, and love the bass on here. Such a good record. After that, I'm going with In My Tribe by 10,000 Maniacs. Probably like one of the first sort of indie folk groups. I think Natalie Merchant has really great stuff on here. Really just love the songwriting, and I think that it's a really just gorgeous record. Especially the duet in the back half of Michael Stipe, I think is excellent. Going just up from there, I have Darklands by the Jesus and Mary Chain. It's not Psycho Candy. It's not Psycho Candy. Let's just get that out of the way. You lose the noise, you go heavier on the pop, and I still think that it's a very, very good, and I like it a whole hell of a lot. But I want that noise. I still love it, but I want that noise. So still 4.5 stars, still excellent stuff, but it's not going to win for that reason. And my number two is Faith by George Michael, which I think is a downright fantastic pop album. It's pretty much 50, 45 minutes of bliss front to back. His voice is just incredible. Shouts to Ode. Just love it a lot. Think it's an amazing, amazing record. But my winner this year, repping the shirt for a reason, it's going to be Sister by Sonic Youth. I think this album is just so good. He still has some of the weird sort of off-kilter material that would be on their earlier stuff, but they're blending it in with slightly more traditional song structures. But you still have this sort of all over the place, sort of crazy stylings, and you have Kim Gordon just killing it on vocals. I love the album a lot. It's such a controlled sphere of chaos that just holds itself together by the loosest of threads. I think it's pretty incredible. It's 5 stars, and my winner for 1987, Sister by Sonic Youth.
Nice. Yeah.
So,
Yeah, you had George Michael higher than me. Nice.
did not see that coming. It is what it is.
Yeah.
Yeah, pretty good stuff. Pretty good
Yeah.
stuff for 87. Any last moments here? Anything to add?
Um, not sure. I would say 87 is the last year in the 80s that I know like I think I know just less stuff in 88 and 89 actually. Just not as just weirdly how it goes, but
It's
especially I think 88 might be one of my least known years of the 80s.
interesting. Interesting. We'll see how that plays out shortly. That being said, hope that you all had a great one. Push a list down below and tell us what I did wrong. Hope that you all had a great one. Bye.